Hey everybody, Timothy here with Mana Rocks. My thing had a while loading up there, so I don't get to talk too much about my first pick, but this is a Chaos Draft, and we're going to start with Eliminate the Competition. 5 mana, sack any number of creatures, destroy X creatures. Looking for token stuff. Sorry, not much of an intro there, but they really got me there. I wasn't expecting to jump right in, but anyway, moving on. We've got Modern Masters 1. Couple good targets. Festering Goblins, pretty decent with Eliminate the Competition. Roby's Whisper. If you control a swamp, destroy target non-black creature, and then for some reason splice onto Arcane. Seems like a good pick. Obviously, I'll run into every black deck since I'll have this. Sandsower is also kind of sweet and plays in the same decks as Eliminate. Blinding Beam's also pretty sweet. Basically, you always want to entwine this, and then for 4 mana, it taps all your opponent's creatures, and they don't untap. Thieving Sprite is some fairy nonsense, and then Fairy Macabre's decent as well. 3 mana 2/2 flyer, you're not going to discard it very often. Eliminate or Empty the Warrens is intriguing with Eliminate the Competition. I'm going to stick with the black card though. If you control a swamp, destroy target non-black creature. Alright, Infinite Obliteration is not a card. Not really. But there's some good ones here. Shaman of the Pack, 3 mana 3/2 that deals damage to your opponent. Rock's Mauler is pretty good, so 5 mana 4/4, if it hits your opponent, becomes a 6/6, and it has Trample. Night Snare sucks, Shambling Ghoul is a card I'm not a fan of. Vastwood Gorger is just worse than Rock's Mauler. And Celestial Flare is good, and Dragon Fodder is also kind of cool with Eliminate. I think Rock's Mauler is the best card, but Dragon Fodder could be really good. Go down like a black-red sacrifice theme instead of just the straight-up beatdown. Alright, yeah, you know what? I like that. It's the more interesting pick, right? Rock's Mauler's good, but, oh god. Oh, no, Horde of Notions. 5-color Elementals. And look, actual Thieving Sprite. Protection from Elves. Helmcomer Giant. Blades of Velisfell. Flamekin Spitfire. 2 mana 1/1. 4 mana deals 1 damage to any target. That actually doesn't seem bad. This thing... Oh no, this is a different one. Fine, you may tap or untap target creature. That's really good. A lot better than it looks like. Dawn Fluke I don't like. This thing gets bigger when you cast Giants. And Guiltleaf Ambush is nice as well. 3 mana to make 2 1/1s at instant speed, and then you clash, and if you win the clash, they gain Death Touch. I'm going to take this over Spitfire. I don't know if I'm playing red, but Guiltleaf Ambush is a really sweet card. One that nobody's going to play around either the first time. Follow that up with, could take Blood Ogre. Could take Sphere of the Suns, which lets us splash. Nest Invader, I think, is going to be my pick. Nest Invader is like the mini Kozilek's Predator. It's 2 mana 2/2 that makes a 0/1. The 0/1 can sack for colorless mana. There's also Raise the Alarms here, so lots of token making. Don't mind Aquastrand Spider either, but this pack's pretty good. Ogre, Spider, Sphere of the Suns. These are all decent. I'm going to take Nest Invader, though. Ooh, Watchwolf, huh? Alright, Ambassador Oak. Oh, no, wait, Ratcatcher. Oh, wait, this is not the one I thought it was. Lets you search for a rat on your upkeep. 6 mana 4/4 Fear. Yeah, it's okay. This is Masters 25. Watchwolf's great. I'm going to take Ambassador Oak, though. It's 4 mana 3/3 that makes a 1/1 and it comes into play. So you're getting 4 mana 4/4 worth of stats, which is pretty good. Split across 2 bodies. I am drafting, like, everything so far kind of fits on a theme, right? Make out a big board. I have 4 cards that generate 2 or more bodies. Take Up Arms also does that. Unfortunately, Scoured Barrens is very off-color. Active Treason with, I guess, Eliminate. I don't have any other actual sack outlets here, though. No payoff for being in this kind of go-wide deck. I could see taking Shambling Attendants. 3/5 Death Touch that you can cast with Delve. Probably be my only Delve card in the deck, too, so it's fine. Following up with... Could take New Horizons, which helps with a splash. Don't really love Rummaging Goblin. March of the Drown's okay. Actually, by okay, I mean it kind of sucks. And I don't like Whitekeeper, so... Yeah, New Horizons. I like picking up the mana fixin' here. It's not a terrible card either. Dragon Fodder is not exactly the type of card I'm looking to splash necessarily, but if I can pick up a couple more ways to fix mana and maybe a couple more payoffs for being go wide here, then I'll be pretty happy to have it. Right now, Eliminate Competition is my only actual payoff for doing this, but that was a card I tended to like a little bit. Torch Gauntlet, pretty weak equipment, but can pay you off for having a bunch of creatures. Same with Start Your Engines. Really expensive way to pump all your creatures. Ether Torch Renegade, not very good. Can ping dudes, so maybe that's a reason to take it. Yeah, I mean, if a pinger's good, it's going to be good. Alright, here's some stuff. Festering Goblin, Moldervine Cloak, Fairy Macabre. Tempted to just take Moldervine Cloak because you can stick that on a token and start getting in there with the token. Bind and Beam is by far the best card in this pack, and I'm surprised it wheeled. This card is sweet. It doesn't tap all your opponent's creatures, only taps 2 of them, but a lot of times that's going to be all of your opponent's creatures. Alright, here we'll take the Shambling Ghoul, I suppose. It's a 2-drop you can play. It's not very good. I don't really like Vastwood Gorger. It's just a giant vanilla top-end creature. Hopefully I don't have to play Shambling Ghoul because I think it sucks, but that's fine. +2/+0 and all creature types to 2 creatures this turn. Sideboard. I always think this card gives first strike, but it doesn't. Alright, Lacerator, 1 mana 2/2, but you take a damage on your upkeep unless your opponent is dead. Also Mursmith, which isn't really going to work out for us in a draft like this. Crimson Mage or Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual is nice with the Delve creature, but doesn't do too much else, and Crimson Mage we're not splashing for. So we kind of got a game plan here. I wish I could be as lucky as the opponent who had like Hangerback Walker and the Priest of Forgotten Gods, whatever it's called. Phyrexian Swarmlord. Here we go. This makes tokens too. 6 mana, 4/4 with Infect, and beginning of your upkeep, you make a 1/1 with Infect for each poison counter your opponents have. Oy. So 6 mana, 4/4 basically. Noxious Revival I don't care for. This card's sweet. Death Head Cobra is okay. Death Hood Cobra. Immolate and Soul Eater. Not really into any of the Soul Eaters, to be honest. First Strike Infect. That's pretty good. Pristine Talisman's ramp, but it's not mana fixin'. I don't know this one. Deals damage to target player or planeswalker equals the number of artifacts in your graveyard? Vapor Snag's good. Yeah, I'll take the Swarmlord. Maybe pick up 1 or 2 more cards with Infect and then it does something. M10, Indestructibility is okay. Gorgon Flail, +1/+1 and Death Touch. That could play pretty well with a bunch of tokens. Mold Adder is also really nice against blue-black. Rock's Pike Master, 4 mana, 3/3, first strike. Other creatures you control at first strike. What? How do you ever kill that? Alright, Sign in Blood I think is going to be my pick over Mold Adder or Gorgon Flail. Safe Passage, Silver Coat, and Zephyr Sprite. Oh, it's a Flying Men. Mind Rot Fog, Palace Guard. Sure. This pack's pretty mediocre. Either of these 2 uncommons wheel, then sure, I'll be okay with that. But that Pike Master seems pretty insane to me. Alright, these are some good red cards. Arms Dealer can sack itself or another goblin to deal 4 damage to target creature, and Furnace Whelp's just decent. Bond Beetle puts a counter on target creature when it enters the battlefield. Fog again. Wild Guess. So a bunch of red cards. I don't want Dark Favor. +3/+1 is not quite what we're looking for, especially when we have Moldervine Cloaks. So Exalted is okay, but this card is a little weak. I could see just taking this. It's probably the Bond Beetle, though. It's one of these 2. I guess this kind of does what Bond Beetle does. But only if you attack alone. So I'm going to take it, but I'm not super happy with it. Canopy Crawler, 4 mana 2/2, amplify 1 for beasts. Target creature gets +1/+ until end of turn for each 1/1 counter on it. Zombie Brew, amplify for zombies. That is a horrendous foil, if that's what that's supposed to be. Myrmidon. Whenever a beast becomes blocked, gets +1/+1. So this triggers itself. Defiant Elf, 1/1 trample for 1. I remember this card being okay. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So you get to basically choose which creature blocks this. That's okay. Soot Feather Flock, 5 mana, 3/2, Morph, Flying. That also seems fine. And then a 3/6 reach for 6. That seems not fine. Yeah, I think I'll just take the flyer here. It's a Morph. 3 mana, 2/2. Soul's Feast. 5 mana, target player loses 5 life and you gain 5. Okay, all of these cards suck. Basically every single one of them. So I'll take Mind Rot. White border Mind Rot, and I'll go ahead and try and hide it over here on the side. Oh god, the white border keeps coming. Keeps coming. Don't stop coming and it don't stop coming. What the... Is that Hippo eating a gin? Like, what? This doesn't seem bad. Ugh. Target opponent reveals their hand. You draw a card for each mountain and red card in it. Okay. Stone Rain and Wild Growth, which can be used as ramp here. I'm kind of interested in Wild Growth, but Bull Hippo also interests me. I'm going to take this Hippo. Island Walk might end up just being relevant. What in the world? Oh, it's a Merfolk. It's a Hippo that eats Merfolk. Okay. Well, leave it to 7th edition to show me something I've never seen before. Also, why is it gold border? What's going on there? Did I mess up the Hippo? What? Alright, well that's less hideous than white border, but still pretty hideous. Our deck looks like it sucks, I'm not going to lie. We have very little removal. We have kind of a game plan that has no payoff. So we're just going to have to play black-green stuff. Like, this is the type of deck I would consider maybe running Dark Ritual in just to try and ramp something out and cheese a win. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn by a source of your choice that shares a color with the exiled card. 4 mana, gains flying for 1 and a blue. Frogmite. Alright, Pyrite Spellbomb's fine. And Affinity for Artifacts. And Volshock Berserker. Take Spellbomb here, I suppose. Not that I'm super excited to play whatever. You know what I'm saying. This card, Pyrite Spellbomb. I believe you can just cycle it and draw a card, right? Or is that not how these Spellbombs work? Also, Moto freezing every 5 seconds. Alright, Phyrexian Digester could be a card here. It's an Infector. There's also Tangle Mantis, which is nice. Oh, Rotwolf. So Rotwolf does have Infect. It makes our Swarm Lord a little bit better, but whenever a creature dealt damage by Rotwolf dies, you draw a card. So it trades off very well, and then you just get to replace that card. It's better for sure than Phyrexian Digester. I wouldn't mind Tangle Mantis. I'm not playing Phyresis, but Rotwolf's good. And I guess I'll take Noxious Revival here. Could take Razor Swine as another Infector. I don't think we're going to infect people out here. Noxious Revival's on the weak side, though. Alright, the Mold Adder came back. Nobody wanted Indestructibility. I don't love the card, but figured someone would want it. Go and bring this bad boy in against blue-black decks. Sure, Dark Favor. The Brute came back. The 1/1 Trample. The Crosin Vorine. Like, come on. Is this even real? Is this a real card? Alright, Goblin Piker, get in the board. Honor Guard. Alright, looks like we're just going to be straight green-black here. No reason to play Dragon Fodder. Don't really have much of a game plan anymore. I guess this card's good. If you can sneak in 1 hit and then have it survive, which is asking a lot on a 6-mana 4/4. I guess it plays well with the Vorine. You can draw creatures in, and you just start getting Infectors every turn. We also randomly have 1 other Infect creature. This seems bad. Unattach all equipment from target creature. Sure, I guess. Alright, pack 3. Hook me up. Hook me up. Alright, Nullstone Gargoyle. This is a weird one. So 9 mana. The first non-creature spell of the turn is cast. Counter that spell. Whether it's yours or your opponent's, it just straight up gets counter. Ooh, Golgari Germination. And Vigor Mortis? I like both of those cards. This is OG Ravnica. Siege Worm would be nice. This card, not so much. It's definitely not the Gargoyle. 9 mana is not what we're looking for. I think it's going to be Golgari Germination. Whenever we lose a non-token creature, we get a 1/1. There's also Boros Signet as just ramp. Flash Conscription's good. Kind of hoping Vigor Mortis comes back, but it won't. There's Terrarion here as well. So I'm going to take Golgari Germination. I don't think I can bank on it wheeling. And then we're hoping to wheel either Vigor Mortis, the Signet, Terrarion, or Siege Worm. Maybe even Sky Sweeper. Oh god, all of the art has disappeared. What is happening? Ooh. Ooh. Innistrad, huh? Spider Grass, Skeletal Grimace, Manor Skeleton. What? 2 mana, 1/1 haste. Okay, whatever. Anyway, these two cards definitely stick out. Demon Mail Hubark is the type of equipment I would definitely want with tokens, which I have a good number of at this point. It's also Galvanic Juggernaut, which is probably just going to be my pick. It has to attack. It doesn't untap it. Whenever a creature dies, you untap it. Plays really well with Nest Invader. Really well with the Vorine, whatever. Guiltleaf Ambusher, kind of nice. Roby's Whisperer, you just kill an opponent's creature. Yeah, I'm going to take Galvanic Juggernaut. I think that's a pretty easy pick. Might even get the whatchamacallit back. Ooh, hello, Elephant Guide. Yeah, get out of my Coral Reef. 5 mana, 5/5. Exile all cards from your hand, and then you get them back when it leaves. 3/1/1 counters. Oh, Spirit. Battlefield Scrounger. 5 mana, 3/3. Threshold. Put 3 cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Book Burning. Defy Gravity. Alright, nothing else I'm even remotely interested in. Keep watch. Elephant Guide. Easy pick here. Elephant Guide's great. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. And then whenever the enchanted creature dies, boom, get a guy. All right, here's another good pick. Swarm Guildmage, Severed Strands. I would definitely take those over Hitchcall Recluse, Bartizan Bats. Might just need Severed Strands as removal. As good as this Guildmage is, they both play well with tokens. Guildmage is so good. I'm not going to get either of them back. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this pack's, I don't know, a little bit on the weaker side. I could try to wheel the Golgari card. I don't think that's going to happen, though. What do I have for removal? Eliminate. Hirobi's Whisper. Kind of Guiltleaf Ambush. Not really Spellrite. Pyrite Spellbomb. Alright, sure. That could be the wrong choice there. More recent cards. And no real pick for us. That's unfortunate. And then yeah, Merfolk, sure. I guess I'll take a very niche sideboard card here. Sure, Desert the Indomitable. It's not a playable, but it's probably better than this random Grizzly guy, and having a cycle and land is good. This be the first draft where we didn't quite make playables. We could always play Noxious Revival. I'd rather not play Axebane Stag. Civic Saber. Equipped creature gets +1/+1/0 for each of its colors. Doesn't really do that much. Alright, I guess we're just going to play a Stag. Ugh. Stag's not good, though. Got cut this pack pretty hard. Picked up some good ones, though. Juggernaut, Elephant Guide, Swarm Guildmage. Those are all good picks, but then we have some blanks here. And not that Stag's like a complete blank. It's big, but that's all it is. Doesn't really play well with anything, just kind of big, dumb vanilla creature. We'll see if we wheel anything from that Ravnica set. Zombie Cutthroat, 5 mana, 3/4, Morph, pay 5 life. That could be okay. Temporal Fissure's kind of messed up. Dragon Mage, also kind of cool. Kind of off splash and red, though. Turn faced up, deals... Oh, whenever a permanent is turn face up, this deals 1 damage to any target. Dragon Breath is sweet if you have some big creatures. Converted mana cost 6 or greater. It can give these creatures haste. but we'd have to find a way to get it into our graveyard, which is not exactly easy here. So I'm going to play this guy. He could be okay. He's the type of card you can ambush somebody with, especially since morphs in Chaos Draft could be literally anything. 5 life is a pretty steep cost to pay, but hey, we need to make playables here. This is not. So we're on 23 right now. Dark Ritual looks a little bit better with some of the cards, so I might even consider the Dark Ritual here. Oh, the Vampire came back. Alright. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, regenerate it. Guess that's going to be my pick over a 9-drop. Yeah, 9's a little bit much. Might have played this in my previous deck that had a lot more ramp. But I'm going to take this Janker here. Alright, well, Hubark is going to be a way to turn our tokens into actual damage. And I guess we're taking... What does this do? Any player may have it deal 6 damage to them. If no one does, target player puts the top 6 cards of their library into their graveyard. Okay, so it's a... What? A mill card. Alright, Barty B. Alright. Just in case we get more conquistadors. Okay, so this deck didn't end up amazing. We started off with a good pack, that's a good first pack that seemed like it was going to go down a route, but it's a Chaos Draft. We can't really bank on getting everything we want here. I'm going to take the foil full art for the Phantom Draft. 27, cut some cards. Probably just going to cut Axebane Stag. Wood Wraith Sleuth or whatever it's called. Boom. Alright, 27. Again, we could run Pyrite Spellbomb since we're probably playing New Horizons. These are 3 drops. Alright, so let's cut this guy. Don't think it's very good. Shambling Ghoul can come out. Duty Bound Dead. It's kind of dirtily. Probably don't need Dark Ritual either. I mean, Dark Ritual, this guy out on turn 1 is kind of cool. Get a 3/4 on turn 1. But even that's, I mean, not the best in the world. Could just see cut Axebane Stag here. Yeah, this looks fine. We have Mold Adder. We have 1 Cyclone land, which is kind of cool. Noxus Revival doesn't really do anything exceptional. Could play a Mind Rot as well, but God, the white border is just, it's killing me, really. Wish I could hide it somewhere. Convert to black border. Alright, well, we're going to play straight up green-black, not splashing for anything. If I felt Pyrite Spellbomb was really that good to just cycle, then it'd be okay. I mean, it makes Shambling Attendants better, but that's really all it does. Shambling Ghoul kind of sucks. And we'll just go 9/8. So pretty basic, straightforward deck here. We got some Infect creatures, which I think actually makes the deck worse. Because, and we're going to look to use these as removal, not as a way to deal damage, because they don't attack your opponent's life total. Your opponent can take 8 off of this and not be any closer to dying if they deal with it. So yeah, that's the deck. This has been an interesting draft here on Mana Rocks. So thanks for joining me for our 4th, Chaos Draft, and we'll see you in the matches. Thanks for joining. All right, here we are, match 1 of our Chaos Draft against Diablos. It's like Boros, Devil. Yeah, I'll keep this. Playing Nest Invader on 2, hopefully Horizons on 3, and then Bartisan Bats. Just a fine curve. Not going to beat any bombs or sweepers or anything like that, but seems okay. Might even just play Bartisan Bat on 3, and then New Horizons put a counter on it. Nest Invader. Great card. Nice bear. Spinneret Sliver. Oh my god, my opponent drafted Slivers. Alright, well, the 2/2 reach does kind of change the plan a little bit. Also, eliminate the competition makes me not want to sack the spawn. I could go New Horizons here, make a 3/3. Do think I want to cast New Horizons, so yeah, that seems fine. Could just cast this. This is better used as a combat trick. Or you can always cast it and then see if they get Death Touch or not. I swear my opponent has another Sliver. It's just 2-mana 2/2 reach, which is a fine card. But that would be actual hilarious. Actual hilarity. Reach is also not the best ability you can put on it, but it's relevant here. Change what I was going to do. Morph! Oh god, what is it? What is it? It could be anything. Yeah, I'm fine just attacking Nest Invader here and trying to trade off for the Morph if they want to double block. And I'll play Bardisan Bats. Or try to take out the 2/2 reach. The Morph could just get me. I'm going to go ahead and take out the reach. That lets my Bardisan Bats have a clear attack here. Also, if it's one of those dumb creatures like the one I have where you can pay life to morph it, then I don't even kill the Spinneret Sliver. So, this is fine. Bardisan Bat here to haunt me with its mediocrity once again. Rot Wolf. Guiltleaf Ambush into eliminate competition. Does let me kill 3 creatures. Okay, another reach creature, but with no revolt. Just a 3-mana 2/2 with reach. We're going to build out a board for now. Ooh, Elephant Guide. Well, that changes things. We're just going to Elephant Guide up the flyer here and get in there. If it sticks and they kill the Bardisan Bats, I'll have a 3/3 to show for my work. And this just dominates. 6/4 flyer. Could have played Swarm Guildmage this turn, but again, I don't really want to sack this spawn. I'm curious what the morph could be. No blocks. Alright, that was a good draw, so I can play Swarm Guildmage and then hold up Guiltleaf Ambush. Alright, black, green. Go for the win next turn. If they leave this back, we just eliminate it. Oh, I guess I could also give it Menace, and then they can't even block it. So, Miri, huh? Nice one. 3-mana 2/3, Forest Walk, Vigilance, First Strike. It's a lot of abilities on a creature I can't block. First Strike and Vigilance, a nice combination. Prey upon my Swarm Guildmage. Okay. Still got lethal with Eliminate the Competition, though. Just kill their reach creature. In fact, I'm gonna... No, let's not show them Guiltleaf Ambush. I don't think they have anything. Otherwise, why wouldn't they just kill this right now? And if they do, I get a 3/3, so it's not too big of a deal. So I'd rather not show them a bunch of other creatures. Let's kill that. And sack that. Random Forest Walker is pretty nice against me here. This is a really expensive Severed Strands. Alright, got game 1. Herd Chaser Dragon was their morph. So that's the one that basically transforms into a 4/4, or it morphs into a 4/4 Flying and Trample, I believe, but it's 7 to morph it. If you play it face up, it's a 3/3. I don't think I'm ever going to have sideboard against my opponent. They are playing green. Red. Sure. Axebane Stag is, again, big. Don't see any reason to change anything here. Got a bunch of reach creatures, I guess. That makes my flyers a little bit worse, like Bardisan Bats, but still just trades. Alright, Lacerator into Duty Bound Dead. It's a real draw. Opponent went down to 6. Hello. I don't mind sacking this to eliminate later on down the line. Lacerator does start hitting me at some point too. I'm curious whether my opponent scryed to the top or bottom. Looks like they scried to the bottom. And looks like they might be missing a color. Ooh, Hirobi's Whisper, cool. So let's go Duty Bound guy and attack for 3. It's a nice start. Would love not to use Hirobi's Whisper, but we'll see. Miri. I can attack into Miri right now. Granted, it can attack me back freely, but that's okay. Nest Invader. It's really good with Eliminate the Competition. Once again. Attack. We'll hold up Hirobi's Whisper for something a little bit bigger than Miri for now. Because Miri gets to free roll 2 damage a turn, but I'm still hitting my opponent quite a bit. I could play Eliminate next turn, kill up to 2 creatures, and still have this, but we'll wait on Eliminate. The spawns, I can say everything I said last game about it. Prey upon here. Alright, kill my 2/2. Sure, can't stop that. But I can still attack with the Nest Invader as a 3/3. And I don't lose the life for the Lacerator, so still probably getting in the same amount of damage, but not losing the life here. Kind of weird they chose to kill this one and not the Nest Invader, since this one actually hits me and is basically the same card while it's on board. Anyway, Nest Invader coming in for 3, holding up Hirobi's Whisper here. And yeah, pretty straightforward match here. I am dealing more to them than they're dealing to me. They didn't attack. This is Vigilance and Forest Walk. Why would you not? Alright. Well, get in there, Nest Invader. Exalted pulling its weight here. Wild Hunger pre-blocks. Kill Miri. This flashes back for 3 and a green, or 3 and a red. I do control a swamp. Oh, they could blow up both my swamps. Double Stone Rain me with their 2 mana. Alright, we don't get to play Swarmlord here, but we probably weren't playing it anyway, and keep the 3 damage rolling. Alright. Sure. Sorry, opponent. That does suck. We've experienced our fair share. That was a quick match, though. See y'all for match 2. Alright, back for match 2. This is way riskier of a hand than the ones we've had so far. It does cast Nest Invader, but man, does it have a lot of expensive stuff going on. And we don't even know if Bull Hippo is going to be good or not. I'm still keeping because I'm greedy like that. Please play Island. Make my Bull Hippo good. No! And a 1-drop? Boros Elite gets +2/+2 when it attacks with 2 other creatures. Not bad. We're against War Thanos, which is like regular Thanos, but more war-y. And his avatar looks not finished. Let's copy and paste it. Okay. Opponent, it's still your turn, War Thanos. It's still your turn. I remember liking this card. This is one of the first cards I ever played in Standard. When you get the little precons, they give you the Boros deck with Foundry Champion as its like kind of Kingpin card, and you get like a million of these. Alright, don't mind drawing lands here. See if our opponent curves out on us. The sick curves. Something like Raise the Alarms or Dragon Fodder would be really nice for our opponent. We can fight off this with a Nest Invader here for now. Don't mind even trading resources at the moment for the shambling thing. Ooh, my opponent drafted humans. When this attacks or blocks, other humans get +1/+1. Okay. Trying to skip my turn, I see. It's fine. I see how it is. Nice try, though. May I go to my second main, opponent? May I go to my second main? This is a nice 1-2 punch here. Basically makes this a 1-mana 2/2. I'm going to trade off Nest Invader for sure. Question is, which one do I trade off with? This trigger's on blocks. This card was in both original Innistrad and Eldritch Moon. And I don't remember it being very good in Eldritch Moon, and I remember people telling me it wasn't fantastic in Innistrad, but I believe green-white was like the best deck in Innistrad. They're like travel preparations deck. Play a bunch of dudes, play a travel prep. Suddenly all your 1-drops are like 3/3s and 4/4s. And I imagine this is pretty good, but my opponent in the Chaos Draft has assembled the turn 1 human into the turn 2 Hamlet Captain. Into a 3-drop. Dub. Nice. Pretty good. Alright. Looks like we're gonna just trade off here. Take 4. I have to do some blocking for now. I could play Galvanic Juggernaut, but it has to attack, which is not exactly good. If I draw a land, though, I might just play Lacerator and jump with a Lacerator, get us closer to Shambling Attendants. And this is a problem. We could also draw like Hirobi's Whisper or something like that, Swamp over the next couple turns. Well, that's Hirobi's Whisper. Don't have a way to cast it right now. So question is, do we want to use a mana to cast something here? We're pretty far away from Shambling Attendants. If I play Galvanic Juggernaut, my opponent has the choice to just say, okay, and then make me attack with it next turn. I can't untap it, but I guess I could play Lacerator and have that chump block. So, yeah, let's play Juggernaut here and pass the turn. If they attack into me, I'll just go ahead and block with the Juggernaut and have them use whatever trick they're going to use. If I draw another Swamp, then I'm feeling pretty good about it. Get the dub, too. I do have to draw a Swamp for Hirobi's Whisper to matter. But I don't mind swinging with the Juggernaut and chumping with the Lacerator. I could always just kill Juggernaut, too. Abzan Battle Priest. Another human. Guess there are humans in basically every set. Opponent is going to let me attack. Hello, that's a nice one. It will untap the Juggernaut even if the Death Touch ends up not mattering much. So Juggernaut getting in there. Has to attack. Yep, opponent did exactly what we thought they were going to do. And we will go ahead and cast Guiltleaf Ambush here. That was a pretty good draw. At the very least, I can throw one of them in front of the Hamlet Captain, untap my Juggernaut, and get another swing out of that. This will be a 4/3. They might outlast it, but they probably attack. And if this comes down with Death Touch warriors, if I win the clash, then they'll have Death Touch, and I can trade them off. Let you pause and read this card real quick if you don't know what clashing is. Alright, so attacking with both. Makes sense. Go and let that resolve. And let's ambush. Alright, I revealed Zombie Cutthroat. They revealed a forest, so I did win the clash. These will gain Death Touch, and we both get to choose whether to put the creatures on top or bottom. This does block Abzan Battle Priest, but they can outlast it over time, so I think I'm just going to put that on the bottom and hope to draw lands. And I'm actually just going to block here before that has another chance to untap and outlast. I'll take another 4 from the Hamlet Captain, untap my Juggernaut, and still have the other Elf Warrior back. I think it's important to get this off the board before they can start outlasting it and get it to the point where it's big. They attacked with it this turn, so I don't mind taking a little damage to get the threat off, but they can sit back and not necessarily use that to attack with, not use that as an attacker or blocker, and just keep it back. Not adding to the board either. Juggernaut getting back in there, and we did draw another land. 2 in graveyard. Probably going to play Bull Hippo and attack with the Juggernaut. Bull Hippo probably getting boarded out here. It's literally just a hill giant. If my opponent attacks with Hamlet Captain again, I'll go ahead and jump with the Elf Warrior. That'll untap the Juggernaut again. Juggernaut has currently held, or definitely pulling its weight here, even if it is a little bit awkward. And again, we're just looking for black. Our opponent didn't play anything last turn with 4 mana. And they think they kept that forest on top, so they must want a 5th mana source. 5-drop. Silverclaw Griffin. Man, my opponent's just playing Innistrad Tribal here. 3/2 flying first strike. It's a solid card. Does kind of stop my Bull Hippo. Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to attack, though. Ooh, Golgari Germination. Nice. Can only play 1 spell here. They're going to just start attacking with Silverclaw Griffin. Could attack with Bull Hippo and get a Saproling. They either take 3, or they block and eat my Hippo, it replaces itself, and I untap the Juggernaut. It's going to be a close game, especially if I don't draw the other black. The alternative is just playing Lacerator, and that starts dinging me. 10 or less life. I guess it doesn't ding me yet. Alright, I'm going to play Golgari Germination. Question is whether I attack or not. Bad case scenario would be, I think my opponent's got a bunch of expensive cards in hand. I'm going to attack with Bull Hippo here. If I can untap Juggernaut, that's great. I have a chump block for this. I can't block this thing anyway. This gives me fodder to get my 5/5 in there. Oh, I guess they have double first strikers, so I can't really send... Yeah, this was bad. I forgot they can leave 2 creatures back here and double strike, or double first strike off my Galvanic guy. I think that would be fine. It would actually really punish them hard if I drew another black source. Yep. So if they don't want to attack with Silverclaw, they can go ahead and eat my Juggernaut next turn. But if I draw a black source, I get to kind of blow them out. I do anticipate they're going to be casting a lot more 5-drops here, based on them not doing anything the turn before. Border Patrol, 1/6 Vigilance. That also kind of just blocks this, doesn't it? It's a little annoying against a bunch of 1/1s. Alright, black off the top would be awesome here. Yeah, I assume they're going to attack with the flyer now. Alright. Swamp. Forest. 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I can cast a 3/5 Death Touch. Let's go ahead and get Juggernaut in there. We are going to have to kill this at some point now. Convenient 1/6 is convenient. It's going to also attack into my 1/1s, but I'm going to play a 3/5 Death Touch. I'm going to lose to this Griffin, though, and I anticipate my opponent has more 5-drops in hand, which isn't good news for me. Don't care about my graveyard at all. Would be a shame to lose this game to not drawing a second black source, but looks like that might be what's happening. No more flyers, and I draw a swamp next turn. I feel like I can possibly still win this. If they play like another flyer here or something, then be in trouble. Opponent had the sick curve into a bunch of 4-drops. Oh, gross. Whenever this attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it for each attacking creature you control. Alright, let's see. For each attack, oh, put a counter on it. Might be able to cheese my opponent here. They can't block with this. I can get the surprise, haha, Juggernaut on them, though. So... Alright, so here's the plan. Attack with the Shambly guy. My opponent very likely doesn't block it. They attack with everything. This gets 1, 2, 3, 4. It becomes a 7/7. And then I Hirobi's Whisper the Flyer that untaps the Juggernaut mid-combat. Then I go Chump. Eat this with Juggernaut. Alright, I think that's the plan. Could also play Swarmlord, but I really have to kill this thing. Oh, shoot. other humans you control. Okay, so this will be a little bit bigger. All right, at the very least, Hirobi's Whisper is going to be on this. So the plan's still kind of the same. Chump Rubble Belt, it's going to be huge. Take 2 from this. Block Hamlet Captain with Galvanic Juggernaut. Expect everything to turn sideways here. Well, I expect 3 cards to turn sideways and one of them to be attacking well. Still at a 90-degree angle. No attack with Hamlet Captain? Ooh, opponent's smart. No attack with Rubble Belt Raiders either. They're anticipating an untap effect. Alright, well, not much I can do about that. I do still get to do this. This is going to be used on the flyer anyway, so this doesn't change too much for me. I'm worried about what 3 cards my opponent could have in hand. Seems like they're on just a bunch of kind of mid-range late-game creatures. Untap Juggernaut. And I'm going to go for this block here. Try to take out their 1/6. And Juggernaut untaps twice. Alright, what else do we have? Wolf-Bitten Captive. So 2 mana gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate it once. So Baskin Rootwalla. And then 4 mana, give it +4/+4 on the backside. Seems pretty decent. My opponent with all of their rares. Seal of Strength. Okay, that's pretty good. And a 0/7. Opponent just emptied their hand of cards here. I guess they've been constrained on green mana. I think I'm going to lose Juggernaut here. Rotwolf. So I'm going to attack with Juggernaut. They're going to block with this. And then what? Yeah, let's just go Juggernaut. Get him to use the Seal of Strength on the Hamlet Captain here. Must be nice to have a bunch of rares. Oh yeah, I guess they could attack with, or do that. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. So question now, do we go Swarmlord or do we go Rotwolf Lacerator? I think I go Swarmlord here because Rotwolf Lacerator can transform this back if they decide to be cutesy with it. Still can't block Hamlet Captain very effectively, but they can't just go for the Traproot Kami on the Infector. The first striker's still very annoying. This is a 7 toughness for, 1 toughness for each forest on the battlefield. It includes mine. So it's just arbitrarily large toughness. Alright, opponent deciding to get a little busy here. This is going to get big. This is not going to get too big. Alright. So if I go for the block here, they use the Seal of Strength. I do have to block everything, otherwise Seal of Strength kills me. So I think pretty easy to just block this. Let them use the trick there, and then block like this. Is there a better block that I'm not seeing? They get to go ahead and trade here, eat this, and I get 2 more tokens. Seal of Strength doesn't do anything. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll play out 2 more guys. I might be able to grind them out with Golgari Germination. Oh, they have a spell in hand. Oh, no, they're going to pump. Okay. Sure. It's basically forced attacks, though, honestly. They're going to go ahead and block Traproot Kami on the Galvanic Juggernaut. Yep. Put all the triggers on the stack. New Horizons. Doesn't really do anything. 3, 6, 7. I'm just going to play 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I can play everything. I'm going to play New Horizons here and put a counter on a Saproling because they're going to block Traproot Kami on Galvanic Juggernaut. Let's put that on this last forest. And this gets me in 3 damage. I'll have a couple more chump blockers. And then I can play out the rest of my hand here. They could use Seal of Strength to kill a Saproling, but that seems weird. Alright, put our opponent down to 4. And we shall play Lacerator, Rotwolf. Rotwolf's decent against Traproot Kami as well. Infect in general. Double green. Yeah, alright, let's do that. And pass. Yeah, the Golgari Germination might just do it for me here. Since the Kami is now forced to block Juggernaut basically turn after turn. They have 1 in hand. It's been a good game. Lacerator does not ding me. Ooh, hello. That's very good. Okay. Sack these 2. I'm actually going to sack Rotwolf here. A, because it replaces itself, and B, because Infect is not what I want to be doing right now. So sack 2, kill 2, and that's lethal. Unless their last card in hand is something really good. Forgot about Eliminate the Competition. Bam! Great game. Managed to take it. Opponent's got a nice little deck, but they've got top end and low end. Let's see what we have to replace Bull Hippo. This card sucks. This card's pretty bad against green-white. Mind Rot, Dark Ritual into something big. Noxious Revival could be really good with our removal spells. It's basically card disadvantage. But if you can use it to cycle, say, Hirobi's Whisper back to the top of your library or something, it seems good. And I don't think 4-mana 3/3 is going to be all that effective here. Other card I would consider is Mind Rot. Maybe Shambling Ghoul. Shambling Ghoul better than one of these big creatures. I don't see the Flock or anything being super good here. Demon Male Hubark also seems a little slow, and I'm going to be doing a lot of blocking. So I guess bring in Shambling Ghoul, and I'm going to bring in Mind Rot. Try to get their expensive cards. I've got like a 1/6 and stuff. Maybe I'm not supposed to bring out Hubark here against an opponent with like 0/7s in their deck. I like this hand. It's not great, but I like it. Really depends on how good Guiltleaf Ambusher is. I do think I'm up against a pretty good deck. That's annoying. They're going to have a 2/2 on turn 2. So this thing's going to hit me for a lot of damage. Good old werewolf mechanic punishing you for not being able to curve out. Harvester Druid. Add 1 mana of any color that a land you control could produce. Alright, so opponent's got ramp as well. Human Druid. I guess it's pretty easy to draft a human deck in Chaos Draft. Opponent's got a lot of rares, though, which is annoying. Sure, annoying, you know? Alright, whole lot of nothing. No, this doesn't fix their mana, so it doesn't give them white mana. It just produces green right now. Never mind, it produces white now. So, see if they crush me with some just unnaturally ridiculous draw. I'm going to really need these to gain Death Touch. Wish it would stop doing that as well. Not drawing anything, basically, at all, except lands. Drawn 3 lands so far. Nice. I also have one of those. That's how we know this person was not in our pod. I don't think... No, we saw Judgment. Alright, attacking with the 1/1 makes sense. Alright, if this does not gain Death Touch, we could be in a load of trouble. Or if these things do not gain Death Touch. Nope, they didn't. Opponent revealed a 4-3. So just some vanilla 1/1s. and we revealed a land, which is just wonderful. Block here. Block here. We're looking for a kill spell anyway. I'm going to eat their mana ramp guy. Alright, well, sure. 5 lands in a row on top of my library. Wonderful. And we will go to quick game 3 and just run it back. Hopefully play a real game here. The Hubert gets a little bit better now on the play rather than the draw. Still like the Noxious Revival, though. I don't know. Maybe take out the Cutthroat or Moldervine Cloak. Moldervine Cloak's probably just better than the Hubert, though. So I don't need too many of those effects. I still had a chance there if this thing hit Death Touch, and then I get to Mind Rot my opponent, maybe top deck something. But unfortunately, variants hurt us pretty hard there. This hand is close to being good. If I draw a 3rd land, then this guy's decent. New Horizons helps us. If I don't hit a 3rd land, which my luck is that I normally don't hit what I need, then we're in trouble. You have your 1-drop again? Jesus Christ. Alright. Roby's Whisper is fine. So, I mean, moment of truth. Can I hit a land? You're gonna have your sick curve out again? Alright, Boros Elite. Come on, deck. 1 time, please. 1 time. Jesus Christ. Alright. That would have been a fine 2-drop. It's going to be good next turn. Like, this is reasonable, but they're going to get their 3rd creature down and have Boros Elite at the ready. Shambling Ghoul won't even be able to block either of their creatures. Yep. Alright, what do we draw? Forest. Okay, so play a Morph. Can I afford to lose 5 life here? Because right now, Shambling Ghoul threatens to block this. They've seen this Morph. I could play New Horizons. That doesn't seem great. Alright, let's hope they don't have too much else going on. My opponent's already had a spectacular draw here. Don't think we can threaten to have them much more. We didn't see too many combat tricks from the opponent, though. Alright, so 3/3. Trigger, this will be a 4/4 for the turn. Hopefully we can just eat their dudes. We'll take 9. Block. Block. What you got, opponent? What you got? They can't pump this right now. Oh, it's not a human on the back. So it doesn't get pumped from Hamlet Captain. They've got something here, though. It also costs 4 mana to pump itself, so they can't do that. I'm going to morph this. Probably going to go very poorly. Alright, they're using a pump spell on something. Tread upon +2/+2 and gains trample. So there's no point flipping this face up. I'm going to take 6. But I do get to eat Hamlet Captain here. I can't do anything about it, right? So yeah. Drawing the swamp wouldn't be bad. Still not a great turn for me. Mind Rot. Also not that great. Right now this still threatens to block the Elite. Don't think Mind Rot's going to be that well. My opponent's just going to discard some nonsense. I think I just play New Horizons this turn, make this a 3/4. If they draw a land, they can hit me for 4, but at least I get to untap with Roby's Whisper. So that's going to be the plan. And see what the opponent's got here. I could also cast Noxious Revival for free and transform this back into a 1/1. That doesn't seem that effective. Alright, they did draw their land, so they can go ahead and attack with this thing pretty freely. I could block and make them use their turn on it. But it's not really an effective plan. I'm going to try to go Roby's Whisper, Noxious Revival to try and win this game. I'm in a pretty bad spot. Drawing more lands is good, though. So I need 1, 2, 3. I can cast a 2-drop, which I don't have. So we're just going to ship it. Opponent still has 4 cards in hand, and none of them are lands. Alright, this is going to go ahead and get Battalioned. So ours is going to be pretty straightforward. We'll block here. We'll Hirobi's Whisper that guy and take up to 4 damage. It could have a pump spell or something that just possibly kills us. Alright. Oh, it's +4/+4. Shoot, I can't even... Oh, I can still just cast Noxious Revival, though. I forgot that was +4/+4 on the back. So I go to 1, but I leave them dead here, essentially. Or, I don't leave them dead. You know what I mean. Alright, so... End of turn, we've got a Noxious Revival ourselves. Put Hirobi's Whisper on top, and we have to pay actual mana for that. Alright, that transforms back, doesn't matter too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still 5 mana. 1 short on doing things that I really want to do. I mean, even if I kill this, and they play 2 creatures, I've got to top deck something. So I've got to really hope my opponent doesn't have too much. Like, if they just have 1 creature or something, that's fine. Let's, I guess just let them attack here. I don't think I'm winning this game, but play the best I can. No flyer. Alright, 1/6. Hey, we can beat the 1/6. Alright, we can beat the 1/6. This is a good turn to get the Swarm Lord down. And then try to Mind Route them next turn when they're out of cards. If they had the flyer in hand, they would have played it that turn. So they don't have the flyer currently. We don't have good attacks. Alright, they play 1 big spell that doesn't interact too heavily, then I feel okay. Abzan Battle Priest. That's good, but it's not unbeatable. And we get to Mind Rot their last couple cards. They also kind of have to block Swarm Lord, I think. No, I can't afford to attack with the Swarm Lord, though. So they get to kind of outlast this thing for a little while. But I am going to... 1, 2, 3, 4... Mind Rot and Germination. I don't think they're holding lands. Ugin? What? Okay, Ugin in a forest. Wow. Did not see that coming. Oh my god. Yeah, unfortunately I can't actually afford to attack here. Because then I'm dead on the swing back. So opponent's cold top decking. No more Ugin in their deck. They drew a land. And they didn't outlast. Nice. They just straight up didn't do that. So they want to block Phyrexian Swarmlord then. Pretty straightforward attack for me here. I'm going to attack with the Infector. They could just take it. Again, it doesn't pressure their life total. Oh, no, they probably shouldn't take it. All right, that puts 4/-1 counters on that, so that's no longer a threat. Those do not go away. And we'll play Krosan Vorine, which, if they don't outlast Battle Priest, I can force them to trade off here. And that's decent with Germination. So again, we're trying to avoid this flyer. Cycle, okay. We haven't seen our desert. Did I forget to put the desert in our deck? I wonder if I forgot to put it in. We haven't seen it at all. All right, they cycled into something here. Dub. All right. They could attack here, I suppose. I don't think that's a very good attack, though. All right, opponent gonna go for it. Sure, that's not bad at all. Okay, well, they're gonna gain a lot of life, but Elephant Guide. All right, so provoke. When this attacks, you may have target creature. Oh, untap and block it. I can force the block. So I might be able to go for the Infect win because Krosan Vorine forces this to block here, and I get in 7 Infect damage. But the Vorine lives. And as long as they don't straight up top deck on me next turn, this can block Abzan Battle Priest if they attack. Yeah. And then I make, what, 7 1/1 Infectors on my turn? So we've got to fade our opponent's next draw step. Force the -3/2 to block. They take 7 Infect. All right, what do you got, opponent? If they can find a kill spell, they're good. If they find, yeah, I mean, just kill spell basically. And this makes 7 1/1s with Infect on my turn. And this can force a block. So another creature would stop them from dying to Infect, but I don't think their life total matters anymore. They haven't conceded, though. They've got 1 card. They top-decked it for the turn. Ugin. Look at their deck. It's like all 1s, 2s, super aggro, and then Ugin the Spear Dragon. That would have killed us if they played it, which they could play by now. If I hadn't Mind Rotted, they would have the 8th land. They would have the desert. So Mind Rot legitimately saved us here. Just waiting on the opponent now to decide what to do with their last card. All right, it's Harvester Druid. So opponent's not dead. They cannot afford to attack with Battle Priest, though, otherwise they do die. All right, and we draw. Make 7 1/1 Infectors here. Swamp. All right, pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and get Krosan Vorine and the Infector in there. They have to block. Oh, actually, you know what? I can force this to block here, and then I have a 7/7 Infect. It just kills Battle Priest. And they have nothing, right? Yeah, I have a 7/7. What am I doing? Okay, cool. We won with Infect. I thought I was going to lose that match for sure, but opponent petered out there, and we had some clutch Mind Rot. See, I can get lucky too sometimes. I'm not going to lie. There was a little bit of luck on our behalf, but nice. We lived at 1 life, and we won with Infect. All right, see y'all in match 3. Okay, final match. We are on the draw. This would be a good hand on the play with the Lacerator. Well, 1 more land, and Lacerator Moldavine Cloak is real. We are 2-0 against Saloon. Got a little bit of a luck sack in the previous round. All right, there's the 3rd land. Would have preferred for it to be a swamp so I could sign in blood on turn 2. But you can't have everything. All right, blue-white. Yep. Well, if they attack, they just trade, right? Also, Moldavine Cloak looks a little silly against Infector. They just attack. Unless my opponent's on a bunch of other Infect creatures, this loses a lot of its value if it doesn't straight up kill me with Infect by itself. I can afford to take like 9 Infect damage, and if they have no other way to put a counter on me or give me another poison counter, then it's basically like I lost no life at all. So I can afford to take a bunch of hits from this, but it's also good creature removal, right? if I ever get to take my turn here. That being said, if they augment this somehow, make it unblockable, put an aura on it, something like that, then it becomes a little bit more of a threat. That also being said, I might just not get my second turn here. I think my opponent knows they're on their main phase still. It's kind of funny to see this after playing just winning a match with Infect. Did not think that was going to happen. We didn't actually get the kill. We didn't get to see it, but we were going to win with Infect damage there. Our opponent was going to gain 6 life. They were going to be at like 20-something. Uh-oh, Salinum has disconnected, so we will return in just a moment for the epic conclusion of this Chaos Draft. 3, 2, 1. All right, good news, bad news. So, bad news. My opponent didn't show back up. We didn't get to see the true Infect champion here. Good news is, we trophied. We finally got a trophy in these Chaos Drafts. And we only had to beat one card from our opponent. It was the OP Leonin Infect guy. I don't even know the card's name. So, sorry for the anticlimactic end. We waited about 11, 12 minutes, and then the opponent just completely disappeared, and we got the win. So, you get 2 matches today, and you get to see one more white Infect card if you've never seen it before. So, there you go. I'm satisfied. I'm going to call it 2-0, not 3-0, because we didn't really get to play our last match. And it's not really how I want to win my last trophy, but we won it nonetheless. And I was pretty happy with our deck. It was kind of boring, right? But some timely top decks, some, Infect creatures, and we managed to snag the win. That's going to go ahead and do it for this Chaos Phantom Draft. We'll have more. I'm really enjoying this. I've been jamming them left and right. I think, this is the 4th one I've posted or something like that. And I would expect more after this. Probably, do 7 of them and then post them all back to back. Give them some fancy name or something like that. 7 Days of Chaos. Haha. You heard it here first. Episode 4 and 7 Days of Chaos. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cut this now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Let me know how you felt about the draft, if it was fun to watch. If you enjoy these Chaos drafts, let me know. Although they'll be down in a week, little under 2 weeks, so not much I can do about that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Again, my name's Timothy with Mana Rocks. See y'all next time.